You and Carla have left a lot of misery in your wake, Simmons. I'm gonna make sure it all ends here. Maybe I can at least buy these people some time. We've all seen enough senseless death along the way.
I feel like this is really weird and out of place for Ada to be going out of her way to save civilians. But anyway, welcome back to Resident Evil 6. This is going to be the last video ever. This isn't just Ada's last video, this is the last video that I will be making in Resident Evil 6. And I'm a little torn about that. I'm sad. I've been doing this game for almost a year. I started recording this game in October of 2013. And then I started recording commentary for it probably like November. Started going up in March. And now here we are in October of 2014. Pretty much a year after I started recording this. There's a Serpent Emblem that is one of the last ones. And we're finally here at the last video.
I'd like to do more. I really would.
I have had so much fun with this game. I've had a blast showing this game off, and hopefully people who watched it, who maybe had a bad opinion of this game, maybe changed their opinion because of me. I would love that. That would be cool. Resident Evil 6, I love this game, I really do. People hate this game, I love it. I think it is a really fun time, and there's so much content packed into this game. This is one of my longest Let's Plays on this channel. I never saw this being 64 videos. This is longer than Mass Effect 2, and that's crazy. You know, there's 4 different campaigns. I think they're about 3-4 hours each. You know, that all adds up, man. There's a lot of content in this game.
Now, time to clean up the last of Simmons' mess.
Now, in this area is actually the final Serpent Emblem. It's as soon as we get over here, we can get a good shot of it. No pun intended, because we're gonna have to shoot it. Get it? Ha, shoots. Well, boys, there it is. The final Serpent Emblem in the game. Not quite. Let's do it again. There we go. That's it. No more Serpent Emblems. And that makes me feel sad. And there's the trophy for it.
Go make an impression. Follow my lead. Wait.
Do a little celebration here. Ada's gonna say some things. But yeah, that's crazy. I've been doing this for 64 videos, and I never have to collect another Serpent Emblem ever again.
Eliminate all traces of the theft of my
I feel like this entire video is going to be me saying how much I'm going to miss this game and how it's 64 videos. But, I mean, there's not really much to Ada's last little bit, which is why I didn't want to end this series on Ada's, and I wanted to end it on Jake's, because Jake's is so good, and his ending is so much fun. Like, the battle with the Usanok is classic.
Leon, ever the survivor. Oh well. No rest for the weary.
So this next part, unfortunately, is pretty much something we've seen, like, directly from Leon's campaign. So I think I'm going to take this time, and I'm going to take this video to be kind of like my final thoughts on Resident Evil 6. Because we've literally seen everything here before. It's the exact same fight with Simmons. So, I guess let's start with Leon's campaign. I said it before, he's not one of my favorite campaigns. I like his better than Ada's. It's got a little more focus on ambience and kind of a little more scary aspects. And there's a cop going by my house right now. They found out about all my drugs. But yeah, Leon's it's a little slower. It has a very slow start. It picks up kind of toward the middle as soon as we get out of America. And then it gets pretty fun. Chris's, obviously, I'll never not love Chris Redfield. Unless, of course, he's not voiced by Roger Craig Smith. I love the guy. His story's really great. Story-wise, his is probably the best, like the most solid story. I love all the stuff he goes through. You know, it's a ton of fun to just play as him and use melee on people. Jake's is my favorite. I've said it before, Jake's is my favorite campaign in the game. It's a lot more action-oriented, but it makes you feel like, or at least it makes me feel like Wesker Jr. It really makes me feel like I'm the son of Wesker. You know, with his awesome melee, and I can't say enough good things about the final boss with the Ustanok, because it's just so goddamn fun. Ada's is alright. It's very, very short. Obviously, this is the shortest series that I'll be doing in this game because it's only 12 videos. You know, Jake's was 14, Chris's were 18, and Leon was 20. And, you know, I really don't like the bad rap that this game gets, but I'm used to it by now because when Resident Evil 5 came out, everyone hated that. And I love that game. That is my favorite game in the series, and I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. And, you know, people would say, "Ah, you're not a real Resident Evil fan because you like 5 the best." Also, that is a really cool move, and I tried to record that so many different times of me getting that counter there. So I hope it was worth it. I hope you thought it looked cool. I'm always in that minority of people who love 5 and 6. Cause it's like, I don't know, people are dumb. If you love 4 and don't love 5, you're a dumb, stupid person. Because they're the same game, only I think Resident Evil 5 is much better. Yeah, this game just has so much content packed into it. Like, all the campaigns are at least a good 3 hours, so if, you know, 4 campaigns, at least 3 hours, that's 12 hours of gameplay. That's longer than most, you know, games out there.
Ada, if you can hear me, shoot him, now!
He's out to kill them.
And then when you factor into there's multiplayer, there's co-op, there's Mercenaries, which is so much fun. This game, I think, has the best version of Mercenaries that there's been so far. There's just so much to do in this game. It's unbelievable how this game could not be loved. No, I get why it's not loved, but I don't understand why people don't just like it, at least. Because they just hate it. It's insane to me. And it makes me feel bad, because there's so much effort put into this game. The soundtrack is amazing. The graphics look really good, but that's, I think, to be expected from a Capcom game. And I'll never understand how Leon does this. He just somehow jumps over there and makes it. It's like, what are you doing, Leon? He becomes like a Mario character. Oh, man.
Can you hear me? Don't let it end like this.
And now we see this from Ada's perspective, which is kind of funny, because I love how he just starts switching through his weapons.
With me, my love. We'll be together.
Not if I can help it. Come on, wake up. If you're really Ada, I know you can pull through this. We both can.
Yeah, I guess the moral of the story is I freaking love this game. I really do.
I was just resting my eyes.
It's probably not in my top 5 of Resident Evil games. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. It's definitely... My favorites are 5, 0, 2, 3, Code Veronica. Those are my favorites. Probably in that order. And 6 is probably somewhere above... 6 is above 4. You know, I gotta say that. 6 is above 4 and probably above 1. Not above 3, though. Or Revelations. I should probably make like my, you know, my favorite Resident Evil games by rank. I think that would be a fun video to make, different from what I usually do, but that's for another time. I'm definitely planning to make one more video I will probably make in this series will be just kind of like a going over Mercenaries mode, just like a whole big video about Mercenaries. So I think that'll be, if we ever see another video in Resident Evil 6, it'll be me talking about Mercenaries. And I still want to do a game of Mercenaries, like on each level. I think that would be fun to watch, or at least fun to do. I kind of wish that they'd saved the Carla stuff for after Simmons. Like, maybe this happens in the 4th level, and then the 5th level, Ada deals with Carla, and they maybe could have done something a little bit better with that. Because that's the most disappointing thing about Ada's campaign, is that Carla is just there. She doesn't really play a big part, because she's important to the story. The fact that there's 2 Adas is a big deal. And then she just turns into a giant face on a wall and you blow her up. It's just, it's weird. It's so weird how they deal with that. Wow, that really happened twice in a row. Alright there, game.
Leon!
Oh no, Leon is about to fall. This is what I like. I like that we get to actually push him off. Like in the,
I'll pass.
you know, the main game Leon's, you know, we just saw it from his perspective, and then now we actually get to do it as Ada, and I think that's really cool. Like, Lufia!
You really should have moved on, Simmons. So cute. You're really confused by all this, aren't you, Leon? It's kind of fun to watch.
So, I want to take this time to thank every single person who stuck with me through this entire game. Anyone who watched this, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun watching it. I hope maybe if you didn't like this game, maybe I persuaded you otherwise. Or if you don't like it, hey, that's your business, man. I don't care.
So, this is where
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching. This is, of course, the end of the game. The next game I will do in the Resident Evil series is more than likely going to be Resident Evil Revelations 2 when it comes out. But I don't know, maybe don't count out all the other games in between. I am a little Resident Evil out right now. I have been doing this game for a year. So, thank you very much, and enjoy the ending of the game. It is pretty interesting, and there's a little secret at the end.
Another failure. Bring me another subject. Why do you think we had this lab built here in the first place? Just go outside. There's thousands of subjects to choose from. Tell Simmons that we're busy. I'm on the verge of solving this. Are you refusing my orders? You are the one who chose me as a test subject, aren't you?
No, it was Simmons. He forced me to. Please, don't do this.
Believe it or not, I said the exact same thing. be my greatest work yet.
We're beyond sympathy at this point. We're beyond humanity. A job, huh? Sure. My schedule just cleared.
I believe we had a deal.
Are you going to keep your promise?
Fair is fair, kid.